Chilo had been stuck in this time zone for almost 14 years now. Little did she suspect when she bought her ticket from Trans-Time Excursions, an illegal enterprise that touted tickets for legendary rock concerts in the past, which also sold bootleg tapes, that she would be left stranded at the punk rock festival at the 100 Club in '76. Luckily, she'd stopped aging once entering the time zone, over 200 years away from her own time zone. But she was still broke. Full of vague recollections from her history lessons of things to come, she was unable to use this information in her favour for fear of attracting the time control police for altering the course of history. The jar of Stop-Aids anti-AIDS pills available over the counter at any good chemist's were useless to her, as they were not to be invented for another 10 years. To patent them now would make her a fortune, but cause too much attention. She would be traced by the time control police in a matter of days and sent to work in one of the Virgin megastores as part of her rehabilitation. To think, 200 years in the future, mankind had still primitive and inhumane punishments for so-called crimes. Still, history seemed so illogical to her. She was freaked out to find there were no punk rockers at the '76 Punk Festival. Only herself and the others on the excursion who were dressed punky, especially as not to attract attention to themselves. 200 years in the future, everyone would claim to have been at the 100 Club to see the Pistols, only this time it would be true. Chilo had almost become a member of Susie and the Banshees that night, but decided her mission was to become part of rock legends S-Express, and if she was really clever, end up marrying the ultimate rock legend and demigod, Elvis Patel, who was to come 10 years after S-Express. To meet Elvis Patel in the flesh, it seemed unthinkable. Chilo knew anyone could make it in the music business if they were determined. Even club runner Philip Salon almost became a member of the Banshees and the Pistols. Salon had practiced for weeks with Susie and Sid Vicious for their debut performance at the 100 Club, only to miss the gig as he was forced to cook dinner for his mother that night. Susie went on without him, doing a medley of the Lord's Prayer along with other rock and roll standards. Of course, this was all hushed up by the Bromley contingent for many years until it was finally discovered and became yet another part of rock history. Meeting up with Mark Moore was also very odd, one of Chilo's all-time idols after Elvis Patel. At their first meeting, she remembered thinking, "Who is this schmuck? Surely this is not the same Mark Moore who led the revolution over the Greenie-Blue Party government, who were later to come in power, by putting subliminal messages and frequencies in his records, thus causing the nation to revolt." Still, Chilo was very happy being with S-Express, using her wig and eyelashes as a disguise from the time police. She would be even happier in 3 years' time when S-Express would sell out and become the next ABBA, although she kept wondering what excuse she would give to avoid getting on that plane, which involved S-Express in the legendary 1999 airplane disaster in Rio.